We were talking backstage, and I was saying, what's it like shooting this in the jungle? And very interesting stories of shooting in the jungle that I didn't even think about. But can you just run through maybe 2 or 3?
Sure. Yeah. So this show, it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
This is physical effort, exertion. So we shot in Barbados this year, and we were in the jungle for an extended period of time. And there was one day in particular where the universe just decided to not work in my favor.
Why not, though? I think it's good.
Sure, yeah,
People need to know this.
So there's a stunt that happens at the end of the final episode. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I looked it right at you.
Yeah.
No, don't spoil. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But anyways, that happens, and it was a very exhausting stunt. So I'm leaning against a tree, and next thing you know, my arm is on fire. And I'm like, what is going on? So one of our Bayesian crew members looks at me and says, "That's poison tree sap, and that's all over your arm." So I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So they
poison tree sap.
Yeah, so they put me in a van and they start putting ointments on me that I have no idea what it is, but I'm just kind of going with the flow. So I recover from that, and I'm talking to my director, sort of like, I think I'm okay. I have a pulse, I'm not dying. And I feel something hit me in the back of the head. And he's looking at me like,
This is real. It's a real
this
story.
is 100% true. And I'm
like a smack.
it was a full-on, like, jerked my body forward, and I was like, what?
What was it?
He goes, bird. That was a bird. A bird flew into the back of your head.
See, that made me laugh there. So a bird attacks you.
Yeah, I got attacked by a bird after
the poison
a
tree sap. Yeah, and then a bird dive bombs your head.
Yep.
And you go, oh my God, well, that's it. Go home.
I'm just trying to make a TV show.
Hey man, just trying to entertain people.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, let's do another take. I'm good. Let's just enjoy being in the jungle.
Yeah, the jungle. It's just so great. It's a lovely place. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. And you're there. You're in nature. It's beautiful.
So beautiful. So humid. So humid.
It starts to rain.
And so it starts to rain, says one of our crew members. He looks at me and he goes, oh, thank God it's raining. Finally, this will cool us down. So I'm like, oh, wow, it's raining. And I look up, and immediately he says, nope, not rain, that's monkeys peeing. And a monkey literally pees directly in my eyeball. A monkey peed in my eyeball. So
that's a great day at work.
Yeah, so I got poison tree sap, a bird flew into the back of my head, and a monkey pissed in my eyeball. So,
and you still look like this. I mean, look at this guy. Come on. It's a nip slip.
Yeah, we should blur that out.
Yeah, you missed one of the buttons.
Yeah, oopsie poopsie.
Missed one of the buttons on the.
I think
There
it's
you go.
lopsided too. I don't even think I got it.
Yeah, you missed a few buttons when you put the shirt on. You were telling me that you had to do this big stunt that honestly, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
This is not scare tactics, but this would scare me so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, talk to me about what you had to do.
Yes.
This is crazy.
So I read it in the script. It's towards the end of part 1. And it was in catacombs, takes place in catacombs with rats. And they put me in like caves before, and the last time they put me in a small, tight space, they had to medicate me. So I read it and I was like, okay, not only are we in another tight space, but also with rats, live rats. And they're like, don't worry, they're trained, which just means food motivated.
What does that mean? They're trained. What does that mean? I don't want to see a rat.
I went up to the cage and said, don't feed the rats. I'm like, wait, so they're hungry?
Yeah, what does that mean? Yeah, so they are, so they're food motivated.
Yes.
Yeah,
Am I the food?
Hello? Or something. Is your hair food? What's food?
It doesn't. At that point, it didn't matter. And so they're running after us. We're swimming with them. It was a huge shout out to our production. The set was amazing, but it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, no.
You know.
I mean, you had to do a scene. So did a rat? Did it touch you? Did it go near you?
Oh yes. At one point, Jonas, I love you. Jonas was like to our rat wrangler, drop it on her head. And I was in neck deep water and I was already freaking out, and she drops the rat. I look like an island to a rat who's trying to save itself from drowning, as am I. And the rat crawls up and it gets in my hair and I was screaming bloody murder.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't know how you did that. That's what I'm talking about.
No.
That is a pro right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's Outer Banks.
Now you're starring in one of the biggest shows on Netflix, Outer Banks. Oh my gosh, the trailer for season 5. Season 5 trailer dropped yesterday. People freaking out. At the end of last season, JJ gets killed. We all know that. But in the trailer, it's revealed that the Blue Crown might be able to bring people back from the dead. So what are we talking about here? What's happening? Are we gonna see maybe JJ?
Well, I die in the first episode, and
That's not true.
no, I die in the first episode, and then I get brought back to life. That's what.
That is not true. That is not true at all. It's the final season of Outer Banks.
Yeah.
Was that bittersweet for you?
It was totally bittersweet. I mean, I leading up to we spent 7 years on that show, and those are my
Jeez.
best friends. And I felt the last couple months of filming, I thought I was fine. I thought I was a sociopath. I was like, I feel nothing. I'm ready to get out of here. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then the last shot of my last scene, right when they yelled cut, I was just weeping. Like constantly.
My God.
No, it's not an awe. It was people were like
Ugly
looking at
cry?
me.
Is he okay? Yeah, that's
Like,
what's going on with that kid.
oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
I cried for a solid 2 hours, and crew members kept coming back up to me. I was like, I'm good, and then someone would walk up, and I'd be like,
Just because you had so much fun?
yeah, it was just like all these memories flooding back. It was such a. I mean, I started the show when I was 25, and I'm 32 now. So
wow.
it was such a. I don't know. It was such a sentimental time.
You're talking about Drew Stark.
Yeah, we don't need to say his name anymore.
Yeah, he came on the show.
Yeah, you did that.
Yep.
He's just a nuisance, you know, he's everywhere.
I know, but we were friends. You've been on the show a bunch of times, and you've been great to us.
Yeah.
I just figured, you know what? Spread the wealth, you know, and
Sure,
get
yeah,
people
just
to-
maybe not Drew.
You don't have to see him anymore. He talked
No,
very
no,
nicely
it's-
about
it's-
you, by the way.
it's- I love that man. I really do.
You became friends? I think he was telling me, like in real life. Did you help him move?
Yeah, oh God, he told you that? Yeah.
Did you like show up in a U-Haul truck or something?
Yeah, so when we started the show, we had auditions against each other for years prior to the show. And so we kind of were like, wait a minute, and so he's like, can you help me move? And I was like, yeah, of course, I'll help a brother out. And so he has this U-Haul, and I'm thinking he's got all sorts of like ridiculous stuff inside this U-Haul. He's like, all right, here we go. Opens the back. It's one single mattress, 3 coffee cups, a keyboard, a filing cabinet,
Oh, yes. I've purchased one of those.
and a record player. That was it.
And a record player.
In a full-blown U-Haul. So
You can just move in there and live in there.
I was like, this is it. This is cheaper than the rent you're gonna pay.
But you guys became really close friends.
We did. Yeah, we did.
You actually brought me something from your iPhone.
Yeah, I did.
So you will just pick up your phone and look at your photos, and he has taken 100 photos himself.
So yeah. So Drew does this thing like I'll leave my phone in my cast chair, and then I'll just come back and go to get on my phone, and that's my camera roll.
See, that's why we love this guy. Come on. He said he got a little choked up because this is the final season.
Yeah, it's so funny. He claims to be like a non-emotional person, and he's like, I felt like I was a psychopath. I wasn't crying at all. No, he was a mess. That dude could not stop crying the whole. I looked at him, and he's like,
Oh,
and
stop
I'm like,
it! Oh my
okay,
gosh.
Drew, come here. And then it was.
But he said that he got to gel with you guys on this final season where he
did.
hasn't had before, and he was like, "This is bumming me out because I love everybody in this crew, and I kind of grew up with these people."
Yeah, it was kind of a weird dynamic for the longest time because Rafe is always on his own, and the
course.
Pogues are out on their journey. So, the end of season 4, we have the unfortunate death that happens, and then Rafe is stuck with the Pogues.
As John B., you're the narrator. Was it extra emotional for you to kind of this is the final, this is the end?
Yeah, it was weird. We started this thing, and we would all go and do the voiceover work together. So I'd be in the studio, the whole cast would be there.
You actually lived together at one point.
We did.
Yeah.
Did during the pandemic.
Yes, you lived together during the pandemic, and then I remember this character was invented.
Oh, God.
Tammy. And Tammy, I'm a big fan.
Tammy.
Now, how did
Sweet Tammy.
Sweet Tammy, how did Tammy get invented, and it will never go away? Do you realize that?
Yeah, no, it haunts me, obviously.
Is Tammy getting her own spin-off?
I think she might get a new spinoff. Yeah,
Yeah.
We're talking to Netflix actually backstage about it.
Oh, that's perfect.
so we're working on it.
Can we tell everyone what's happening in the final season of Outer Banks?
Again, yeah. So obviously after JJ's passing, the Pogues are going out for revenge, and so it's really what are they going to do to get the things that they love in life, and how are they going to take care of themselves into the future? So it's action-packed as always, a lot of love, and we're landing the plane.
There you go, bud. Congratulations on a good run. It's awesome. Come back whenever. We love you.